Donald Trump and the Trump administration yet again appealed to the United States Supreme Court, this time asking them to block a Freedom of Information request uh, for Doge from the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, or CREW. Now, CREW is asking for a bunch of information specifically about the organizational structure of Doge, who's in charge, how did they come up with what their tasks and responsibilities were, what they've actually done, things like that. And of course, the Trump administration is saying, well, they're not really an agency, they're an advisory board, and Musk isn't in charge. That's just media reporting it. Although Donald Trump himself had said that Musk was heading Doge. He had said it repeatedly. Now, Musk, for his part, has stepped back because his status as a special White House advisor is up. He was only allowed to do that for like 100 days or 120 days, something like that. That time frame is up. He is stepping back to run his own companies, in part because they have been failing ever since he was involved in the government, and people are reacting to what he has been doing as part of the Department of Government Efficiency, the so-called Doge. Now, what they did with Doge was rename the U.S. Digital Service, which was a different department entirely that typically dealt with computers and technology and making sure that the digital side of the government was up to date in certain aspects. So, what this Freedom of Information Act is trying to figure out is how did they get the responsibilities to do the things they were doing? What steps did they take while they were doing all of the investigations they were doing, etc.? And the Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court, begging them basically to say, no, we don't want that released. And they're trying to do this under cloak and dagger, trying to say that it's irreparable harm. If that information gets out, Doge won't be able to do the jobs it's been doing, and it would irreparably harm them in being able to proceed. Now, if everything was above board, I would think that the Trump administration would want this information out there to prove how what they're doing is actively working. But I think there's more going on here. They don't want this information to come to light. Now, we will see if the U.S. Supreme Court even takes this case, if they grant any sort of emergency relief. That is the only option they would probably have at this point because their term is coming to an end. They typically only issue opinions all the way out till about the end of June, early July, and they don't typically take on new cases this late in the term. So if they don't do anything with it, it may not get even dealt with till the beginning of next term, which would not start till sometime in October or later.